babes. It is Valentine's Day. May as well get all the national holidays out of the way. It's Valentine's Day. It's National Cream-Filled Chocolates Day, National Organ Donor Day, National Ferris Wheel Day. Okay, I'm forgetting one. Hold on.
For all time's sake. As time goes by.
A really good one. It's National No One Eats Alone Day. So if you were planning on having a solo meal, call a friend and have dinner or lunch or something with somebody. I'm really big on, especially like, you know what, I feed the kids, and because I usually eat something different and Tony's at work, a lot of times in the evening I do eat by myself. So maybe, I don't know, I'll figure something out. Or I'll sit with the kids and eat when they eat. Not what they eat, but I'll eat when they eat. So yes, no one eats alone today. Find a date. I'm gonna share 3 pieces of advice that I've gotten over 10 years that just all tied together last night. I talked to my dad and he gave me a piece of advice, and it made me think about a piece of advice that I shared with you all earlier in the week, and another piece of advice that I got 10 years ago from a random guy at Lowe's. So here goes. The first piece of advice, let's see what order these make sense in. So I'm gonna start with the piece of advice that I got from Mr. My Life. And I shared that with you all, I believe, earlier in the week. And his advice was, make sure that you're doing what you love and you are taking control of your life, your finances, and you have control of that. Meaning these jobs, they don't care, and that's very clear in a lot of aspects. It's clear in the fact that if something goes on with your family, your friends, then you have very little leeway to take care of the people you need to take care of, because you need to be there doing what they need you to do so you can get the paycheck to take care of the people that you need to be there for as well. But in essence, these jobs really don't care about your actual well-being. They want a job done, they pay you to do that job. So you can't necessarily expect that they have your best interest in mind all the time, especially big corporations. That was the first piece of advice that I wanted to share, was Mr. My Life saying pretty much you can't really rely on working for someone else. If you're not working for yourself, anything can happen at any time. So just always be mindful of that, and don't put so much trust in these companies that you work for. Second piece of advice that I got, and this stay with me guys, because this ties into weight loss too, and these all tie together. So second piece of advice that I got was talking to my dad last night, and this piece of advice is so simple. You've probably heard it a billion times before in a billion different ways, but that is, you get up at a certain time every day, most of us, to go punch into a clock. You have to be at that job at a certain time. You have to hit that clock at a certain time, and you're not going to be late because you don't want to miss your money and you don't want to put yourself at risk of not having a job, right? So why do we not treat ourselves the same way? Why do we not wake up and punch the clock on our health? Why do we not wake up and punch the clock on our fitness and have that in the back of our head, that if we miss a day, we risk not getting to our best health or our best self? And if we look at ourselves with the same diligence and give the same respect that we give to our jobs that we go to, if we give that to ourselves, then we will go so much farther. And just like we don't want to miss a day at work, I mean, we got PTO banks, some of us, so we have a tiny bit of flexibility where, okay, we missed one day, but we're getting right back on the next. That should be the same with your health and your eating and your fitness and your mental well-being. We got to clock in and take care of ourselves just like we clock into these jobs. So that's the second piece of advice that I got. And these all kind of tie together because not only are they work related, they're life related, and it's telling you that the same things that you're putting into these jobs, into these corporations, put them into yourself. And the third thing And a lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, so not all this information applies to that. But even still, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not clocking in like you're working for somebody else, start setting that schedule and start making sure you're doing what you need to do for yourself, starting at 7 o'clock every day, and don't miss a day. And if you do, you get right back on the next day. That applies to a lot of things. But here's the third piece of advice, because I know a lot of you all are very big on budgeting and a lot of very big on like saving for trips and stuff. There's so many crafty moms on here that know how to make a penny stretch. Guys, you will find some stuff on YouTube. But the third piece of advice that I got was from a guy at Lowe's. Tony saw his car. He's always been a car guy, so he saw his car. He told him he had a nice car, and the guy just saw that we were like I said, this was 10 years ago. He saw we were a young couple, and he said, I want to give you guys some advice that you need to carry through for the rest of your life. He said, every month you get a bill from your light company, you get a bill from your phone company, you know, you're renting all this stuff. Every month you get all these different bills, and you know that if you don't pay these bills, you don't have electricity or you don't have a place to live, so you pay them. Pay yourself. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, because in the long run, you want to have it to where you don't have to rely, this all ties back around, to where you don't have to rely on a paycheck to paycheck, or you don't have to rely on a loan, or you don't have to rely on anything like that, because you paid yourself first. So you can invest, you can travel, you can make sure that you have a nest egg, and that takes a lot of financial discipline. And I was really good at it for a really long time, and then some things happened to where I had to dip into my savings. But that mindset, a lot of times when we work on fitness or we work on anything to better ourselves, we think about a lot of different aspects of our life, like, oh, hey, we can improve over here, we can improve over there. That's why a lot of us women will go on a weight loss journey, and then we'll start trying to grow our hair at the same time, or we'll go on a fitness journey and we'll start trying to budget better at the same time, because we want to improve every aspect of our life. And these three pieces of advice all kind of tied together in my head last night. The one is that you don't put so much stock in the job that you work for, because you never know what's going to happen with that job, and they don't care about your well-being as much as you think that they would. If you were to die today, or if something were to happen today where you are no longer beneficial to that company, then they will replace you. That's one. Two is clock into yourself. You punch into a job, you don't want to be late. You punch into your health, punch into your fitness, punch into whatever it is that you're doing in your life, and make sure you're on time and you're diligent and you're persistent. Treat yourself like you treat a job. Clock in, get it done, no questions. If you miss a day, you miss a lot. So if you miss that day, you get right back on the next day. And the third thing is pay yourself. So make sure that just like you pay your bills every month, you take whatever you can aside. Even if you can't pay yourself much, pay yourself something. And by pay yourself, it doesn't mean go out and treat yourself once you took that look. Yes, that too, because you want to take care of yourself. But pay yourself and build that nest egg. And just treat it just like you would if you were paying a bill every month. So with those three pieces of advice, I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. And I'm going to adjust a lot of things in my life looking back at those pieces of advice that I received, because I'm not always the best listener. I hear stuff. Doesn't mean I follow through. And that's a lot of us. So me looking back at those three things that pretty much all just tied together for me, I am going to start executing and moving a little bit different, and making sure that I am, because I actually do have a small business, and I have not put the time in, and I need to make sure that I'm paying myself like I used to on a monthly basis, and not being so frivolous with my spending, and also making sure that I am investing in my health and my fitness and putting that time in as well. So I hope either one or all three of those things may strike something in you and get you guys motivated today. That's pretty much all I got. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy. Comment of the day is going to go to my girl, Amir Fitness, who I have missed so much on YouTube, and I'm glad she's back and getting back into her weight loss journey. She said, love this video. You are glowing. Thank you so much, mama. It's either the coconut oil or the Vaseline. I don't know. But thank you so much for the comment. You guys, check out her channel, because when this girl says she's going to lose weight, she knows how to lose weight. And she's a fighter. She really is a fighter. She knows how to do it. She's done it before. Like a lot of us, we have our ups and downs, but when she's on, she's on. She can teach you so many things. She has such a positive outlook. She and her husband sometimes do things together. So check out Ammr Fitness. I love this girl, and I'm so glad she's back on YouTube. Family, it is 13 degrees out here. It's 13 degrees, and I did not bring my gloves. So I'm not necessarily going to vlog a lot, but yeah, I did park downtown. So I'm on my way to the office now. Ooh, if you can see, like it's just before 9 o'clock on Friday. I know the kids are out of school today, so it's gonna be a lot quieter downtown today. And I'm sorry, I'm not a very good stable walker, but so the camera's kind of shaky. But it's like dead down here, and it's like time for everybody to go to work because it's so damn cold. It's cold. Inside where it is warm. Oh my gosh, so damn cold out there. It's not even funny. Time to go up the elevator. And it's Valentine's Day, so it's definitely for loving. I'll talk to you tomorrow.